Hey, so why'd you call me in here today? Hello. Well, I wanted to make sure you were okay. Yeah, I'm fine. Yeah, I'm doing okay. Why do you ask? There have been some changes in your behavior recently, and we at headquarters wanted to make sure you were doing okay. Oh, that. Yeah, it's nothing to worry about. I have just been doing this writing challenge, and it means that I have no time for literally anything else. So you just sit there and write all day? Well, yeah. I mean, I haven't been doing it all day. There have been a few days where I slacked off or maybe took a tiny break. A small break? What is this, an interrogation? Now, Seth, why would you say that? Is there something you feel guilty about? Oh, what? No, no reason. I'm definitely hitting my goals every day. I have not pushed things off until the last minute. I'm sure it'll be fine. Do I need to call in upper management? No. Please don't do that. I'll shape up, I promise. Just please don't call him. I don't know, Seth. It looks like you're in way over your head. 6,000 words a day is a lot. You sure you can do it? Yeah, just whatever you do, don't call the boss. I need this gig. Without it, I'm just a regular guy trying to make ends meet. I have a wife and 3 kids at home, man. We don't have any kids. Did you forget that I am literally you? Oh, yeah, well, I eat enough for 3 kids, so it evens out. Okay. Just get the words written by day 15 and we won't have to call in the big guy. Yeah, absolutely. I will get it done. Thank you so much, sir. I can't stand that guy. All jokes aside, I have been writing a ton the last few days. My word count per page is shaping up to be closer to around 400 words per page rather than 300, so that has slowed me down a bit. It is surprisingly difficult to fit an entire scene into 300 words or less. So many of the pages are going to be around 400 words or less. And when you add 100 words per page to a 143 page outline, that adds an astounding 14,300 words to your overall word count. So I'm trying to keep it around 300 words where I can, but when I need to go in more detail, I'm not restricting myself to 300 words. I'm letting the story naturally flow through me as I write, so I'm not going to be beholden to an arbitrary number. If the whole story ends up being way longer than I anticipated, then that's that. But the flip side of that is if the story ends up being a lot shorter than I intended, that's fine too, and would actually be kind of nice. At least it would get this 15-day challenge over with faster. Speaking of the 15-day challenge, we are over halfway there. We have just 6 days left. Well, as you're watching this, we have 6 days left. And I couldn't be more energized and excited for the story. The Forest Guardian story is something that I've wanted to tell for a long time. Over the last 2 years, I've told myself, you really need to write that book, you really need to tell that story. But time after time, I just haven't taken that first step. And so this 15-day challenge has been really good for me to get this story out of my mind and into the world. I can't wait for all of you to read it. It may be a long while before the final manuscript is released. I don't want to give out the whole story before all the illustrations and everything are with it. So after this 15-day challenge, I may release part of it as a special offer on my Patreon, just so that anybody who wants to can go over there. You can have access to that part of the story as a little reward for following me along on this journey. I'll make it public so anyone can view it. But you have to be watching this in order to find my Patreon. So today you can tell that we have written quite a few words and we're going to keep writing even more. I'm going to try to hit that 20,000 word mark today so that we're in better shape in the days to come. But if I'm being honest, it's looking tight. In order to get to that day 15 with all 43,000 words, potentially 50,000 words, depending on the word count per page, it is going to be a close call. And if anyone's watching and says, oh my gosh, how is he going to do this? It is literally like impossible to write 43,000 words in 15 days. Kudos to you, because I had no idea how long this was going to take. I had no inclination to how long 1,000 words would take to write, much less 5,000 words a day. And so my expectations were way up here for this challenge, and they're slowly going down, and I'm starting to feel the pressure, but that's where I shine the most. So I'm going to keep writing, I'm going to keep at it, and this story will be told one way or the other. So for the sake of being super transparent, I feel way in over my head with this story. I'm not a writer, I'm an artist. So I have that creative bone in me. But when it comes to taking the visuals in my head and putting them into words and making a story that flows from one end to the other without feeling like an amateur has written it, is really proven difficult. And kudos to all the writers out there, because this is hard. And doing it in 15 days, this is a 43,000 words, hopefully, not more than that, but a 43,000 page or 43,000 word book is a lot for 15 days. And I've heard writers say that if they can write 1,500 words a day, then they're doing good. So this challenge is difficult, and just full transparency, I am struggling and chugging along. Most nights I am in here and working on the book, and most nights when it comes time to eat dinner, I'm eating dinner and then coming back in here to edit. So thank you for joining me in this process, because you watching is the one thing that has been driving me to do this, and it's given me the accountability to keep moving forward. So I appreciate you watching, and thank you very much to all of those who have subscribed. I really do appreciate all of those who have liked the video and commented, and everyone in the Reddit community. Thank you so much for being over there. I really appreciate that as well. It really gives me the drive and the motivation to keep going. But otherwise, you can see here that I am writing and watching the Hobbit trilogy, because that is one thing that I have seen it enough that I can just sort of passively have that going on in the background, and it doubles as inspiration. The Hobbit and Lord of the Rings is such a good storyline, and there are really good beats in there that the rhythm of the story can inform your own story. So I've kind of been half listening, half paying attention while it's going on in the background as I'm writing, because there are some things in there, and it's kind of crazy how the parallels match up with my story with the Lord of the Rings and the Hobbit movies. They're both fantasy, they're both stories about a journey, a destination, about a character who has a challenge that they need to overcome, and good versus evil. So it's just cool to see the parallels to something a masterwork like The Hobbit and The Lord of the Rings, the books, but also the movies themselves. So it's cool to see those parallels across something that a complete amateur artist who is not an author is trying to write a book that feels the same as this really established world and movie and book. It's just really cool to see the parallels as they pop up, intentionally and unintentionally. So that's been a really cool thing. But otherwise, I'm going to keep writing. Thank you for all of those who have been watching. Again, I couldn't do it without you. If you haven't already, make sure you subscribe, hit the like button, hit the bell icon if you want to be notified when I upload videos. These 15-day challenge videos, I've been uploading at 10 a.m. every day. After that, it'll probably be a weekly or twice a week video of me documenting the process of painting and illustrating this book. So this is purely the manuscript, and I will use the manuscript to lay out each page and plan an illustration for each page. So that'll be future videos that I'll film and post on this channel as well. But other than that, thank you for being here, and I hope to see you tomorrow.